First of all, I want you two kids to know this is a safe space, okay? Feel free to express yourself. Don't be afraid. I sense there's an enabler here, but we'll get to that.
Bowser, I feel like he has to be on my list.
Because he is
He's Bowser.
bondage daddy sexy.
Bondage daddy, but also like
Good
literal
father.
daddy.
Yeah.
You heard her.
I'm not repeating that.
Really? We've just received a cease and desist letter from Wings Interactive alleging defamation, tortious interference, and reputational harm. They claim our video constitutes malicious and reckless disregard for the truth. Oh no. First off, I want you to take that C&D and wipe your ass with it and throw it in the trash. Secondly, let's see what they have to say, because these people are scared shitless. Oh, you piece of this guy. Motherfucker, you got me. You got me. God damn it, Master TDS. God damn you. Fuck.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man! Master does not like the way I eat muffins.
Okay, I'm sorry, but when I'm a normal person, you eat the muffin, you take bites, and you finish the muffin, and it has the wrapper, and you throw the wrapper out, and you're done. My wife eats it like in tiny little bites, and then bites the wrapper and like bites pieces off of like on the wrapper.
What's wrong with eating the scraps?
It looks weird.
But there's literally no one else there. It's just you and me at breakfast.
It annoys me. Like literally, she like will bite it off, but she'll do it like a little squirrel. Like, it's like, stop it.
I'm enjoying the muffin.
Enjoy it quietly.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
It seems like Wings flew too close to the sun and got burned. Hello, we're the sun.
I would say more like disintegrated, but yes. And why are we the sun?
Because we shine a light in the darkness.
But we're goth. We are the darkness.
I saw him take it.
What did you do?
I stole a secret chocolate stash.
I'm getting chocolate, honey. Would you like some chocolate?
Why are you getting chocolate?
Because it'll help me calm down.
Okay.
Please?
Maybe we should wait till after the stream?
I don't wanna. I want chocolate now.
We're in the middle of a show.
And?
We're in the middle of a show. You're not eating chocolate right now.
But I'm upset and I want chocolate.
No, you just want chocolate.
That too?
All right, listen up, you bunch of lost souls and weirdos. It's showtime. You want to survive in this world of pop culture chaos? Well, here's the secret. You got to hit that subscribe button over on Gothic Therapy's YouTube channel. Yeah, that's right. Do it or I'll come knocking and trust me, you don't want me as a house guest. Don't be shy. Whack that button like you're slamming the door of your in-laws. And hey, hit the bell too or I'll be haunting your dreams. Catch you on the other side, baby.
In the heart of chaos where agendas collide, master of the TDS arrayed and stand side by side. Exploring the madness, we uncover the proof with sharp wit and insight. We're the voice of the truth. Welcome to Psycho-Synopsis, the dark side of the truth. Dive deep into the madness you cannot refute. Secrets of the asylum, come free your mind. Crazy or not, let us be your guide. Diving into the shadows where secrets reside. We'll tear down the facade of culture's villains can't hide. Wild theories and whispers in the dark. Join us on this journey, reignite the spark. So tune in and listen, let's spark the debate. With Master Light and Raven, your salvation awaits.
Welcome, seekers of the asylum,
For those searching for salvation,
or embracing the insane.
you've come to the right place. Good evening. How do you like my new office?
Yep, we both have new office backgrounds. People may have seen mine from the therapeutic grift thing, which I'm gonna rethink the name of. I'm not a fan of the name. But
Enlarge mine.
happy.
Honey, they've already seen yours enlarged. Enlarge mine so that they can actually see the whole detail.
Okay.
It's so cool. I have candles. Yay.
Yeah. And since if people weren't there for the therapeutic grift stream, which again I'm going to rechanging the name of that. Here's mine. And as you can see, the Total Defense Shogun Yu-Gi-Oh card is framed in the background because, of course, why not?
And I have
Happy Mother's Day
Yes,
to
indeed.
any mothers out there.
Mm-hmm.
We got a packed show. We do not have game therapy today, but we have a pretty packed show. And we're going to kind of try to see what we can get to. And we got a couple, things to bring up. Long story short, basically, obviously, as usual, we have our tiers, $200 per tier. And last stream, we didn't quite make it to a chair stream, which is fine. It happens or not.
I know, but they're fun, and it would be nice to do it. So, yeah.
Yeah. But
and mods,
anyways,
please make sure to keep track of the numbers.
we're going to try to find something to do that for us. But if anybody wants to keep track of it,
Dr. Phil's been doing pretty good at it so far.
Yes, I feel bad, though. I feel bad. It's like, yes, do this work for us for free.
Yes, you feel bad because you're nice, but that's the point of having mods.
I know, but I'm still nice. Okay. Honey, do you want to explain what our goal is for today?
Our super chat goal, if we get 50 total super chats, regardless
Which
of
I did
their
on purpose.
price, we'll share a sweet baby secret.
So it doesn't just say a Sweet Baby Inc. secret. It actually says Sweet Baby Nuke incoming ? And that gives a little bit away, but I'll give you guys a little bit more because there is something we're working on that will come out when it is ready, but it is going to be quite significant, hopefully. So we'll have to wait and see.
If you want to know what you can look forward to regarding Sweet Baby Inc., give us some super chats, please.
I made it 50 on purpose because just like last time. And again, it doesn't have to be like specific super chats. It's just to be 50. But again, if it doesn't happen, that's fine. I did it purposely to like tease something and then kind of be like, you probably won't make it, just like I did last stream, which I did was I'll upload the chair stream video, which didn't happen. But yes, okay. So we got a bunch of topics to discuss today.
Maybe you should lower it to 40 then.
I can't. I wish I could. They let you do like 10, 20, 30, and then 50. For some reason.
No 40? Weird.
Yep. All right. But let's get into what we're gonna do today. Obviously, we have the three topics as usual. We got some interesting topics, including one that I absolutely hate, but we're gonna do it anyways.
But first, let us say hi to chat, correct?
Yes. So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna give 10 minutes on the clock to say hi to chat, and we'll try to get through everybody there. And yeah.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
We have Shield Maiden says, "Yay, it's Sunday. Hope you guys had a good Shabbat. I made kosher smash burgers. I don't think you could do it with JT. Are you sure?" The real question I'd have is, if Smash JT eats a burger, does that make it a smash burger?
Or a JT burger.
It's like the if a tree falls, there's no one around. Does it make a sound? Time-bound Howler with 2 messages. Hey, Gothic Therapy, can I get an opinion? There's a game called Sunderfolk. It has an interesting approach. It's supposedly free to share. One person has to pay for the game, and then anyone can play the game. Do you think that might be a good business model or evolution of the friend pass thing that's been going on, like Split Fiction or Lords of the Fallen? That's an interesting situation. So the idea is one person plays it, and then another person can play the game, or everybody can play the game?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So I need a little more clarification on that, but it sounds interesting, definitely. Alana Blue says, hello, everyone. Gothic clock in. I procrastinated sort of my novel writing last week. I might have to come up with a new design for title power harvesting. Writing tech docs as we speak. Well, I'm sure you'll get there. Procrastination is a normal aspect of life, so...
Yeah, but she's saying that she may have come up with a new design for power generation.
It sounds like you when coming up with new ideas and never writing down the ones that you have.
Yeah, every writer has that problem. The moment you start having the moment you get a new idea, you have to get that new idea written down, so you completely abandon the previous idea for the new idea, rinse, repeat till the end of time.
Yes, and then when your husband reminds you to do stuff, you get mad at him because reasons.
Yeah.
Russ Williams says, hail all. T-Jazz Art and Comics says, hail chat. Revalkyrie says, clocking into the night shift. A War Maniac says, hey, psychos and crazy bees, here for your therapy appointment? Yep.
Perhaps.
Odin Dark says, hail night shift, clocking in.
Hello.
Griffin of Might says, bless the curse.
That's a Warhammer reference.
I don't care. Nobody cares. Okay, we're just trying to get these as quick as possible. Griffin Turbo says, hey, yo, night shift, clocked in. The Proctophile, as always, says, good evening, folks. How's everyone doing tonight? We're doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Hope everybody else is. Asian Swordmaster says, hi, guys. Hey, Asian Swordmaster. Thank you. No, Asian Swordmaster sent us something to our P.O. box.
Yeah, so did Diz the Jizz. We need to see if we need to actually check our P.O. box.
I'm sure it did, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, let's check.
The great one is here, says, good evening. Your diversity officer clocking in. Yeah, fine. We'll do your diversity clip. And where is it? Here it is.
It's the differences that make our world so rich, diverse, and wonderful.
I still hate you, though.
We already have 100 people in here.
Yep.
That's
Mermalade
awesome.
says, good evening, night shift.
Marmalade.
Sergeant Hugo says, hail all. Youngblood Ray says, clock in, tune on, spook out.
Yes.
The Mace says, Gothic clocking into the night shift. Storm Rain says, clocking in. Oliver Adams says, hail, everybody.
Hello.
I've received a gift. Oh, goodness. I'll have to see what that is in a minute. From Mr. Ruhu. I don't know what he just did. We have Cranky Cad's Corner says, greetings, peeps. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the chat.
Yes, that.
Alejandro Campos is clocking into the night shift.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Monkeys is clocking in before I get another write-up. You wouldn't want that.
Nope.
Paladin Demo says, hello. Yesterday, seen a snake use a rapid as a water slide while fishing. It went down backwards, too. It looked like it was having fun.
Cool.
The Pickle Man
wrote something in Hebrew that I don't know what it says.
I don't know what he's trying to say. I know what it says. I don't understand what it means in this context.
Yeah.
Toxin says, all right, I'm clocking in.
Good.
Tabby Penguin says, muffin squirrel or cupcake squirrel. Revlock says, fire bad tree pre, just practicing for what I'm sure I'll feel later.
Regarding what?
Solis says, hail night shift. Release the McCracken. Gothic
Hello.
Lurk Kitty. TDS Smart. Dementia Sweets with the cursed profile image. Absolutely cursed. I'm just going to say that, saying hello. Fun fact, Alyssa blocked me again. I guess she's done talking with me. So, I mean, I'm fine with that. Please keep it that way. 3M5000 says, yeah.
Hello.
Thunder Kid says, new backgrounds. Let's go.
Woo! They're so cool.
Everybody's saying how they like it. We have Imperial Will, Assassin's Creed 2 Wave. I don't see chocolate or in room. I saw someone say she ate them all. That tracks.
Or maybe they're behind my chair and you just don't know it.
Why did she choose to have a separate office from you? You see, you misunderstand.
Stream when we do our streams, we are actually in separate rooms, so we don't echo over each other.
Here's the thing: what you don't realize in this universe, I am faced one way, and Raven is actually facing towards me right now. This is totally not what it is, but she's facing towards me. So one half of the room is Edgar Allan Poe, and the other half is Philip Shogun. It's like red on one side and purple on the other side. And Raven and I are just facing towards each other with microphones. So we stare deeply into each other's eyes as we chat, as we read the super chats and stuff.
We stare deeply into each other's eyes regardless.
You ruined the joke.
But basically, it's to show that we actually are in separate rooms.
Yeah. Or it's because you wanted to have separate backgrounds, regardless. Uper says, howdy, y'all. The Nightmare Doctor says, hi to my favorite Jewish couple. I'm back. Well, we missed you.
Welcome back. Now stay.
Mr. Kruger says, as waves, had to make it 50. Yes, I literally did it on purpose. I am not being serious. If we actually hit it, I will give you information, but I literally did it just for fun. It's like a ha, they'll never hit that kind of thing. Secret Squirrel says, howdy, y'all. Do you eat muffins like a squirrel? Yum, 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 yum.
Your dad seriously loves that part. He laughs every time.
Pirate Dark Tenave says, LMAO.
Hi.
Caesar Velasquez says, clocking in.
3 minutes.
Yep, I'm getting through. EMS, we need TDS's husband advice. We're all doing naming to say I hit 1 million total views. Oh, that's great.
Ooh,
congratulations.
Congrats.
Cesario JPN says, wait, another game controversy, and it doesn't involve CPB because that day that ends in Y. GTA clone deplatforming VTuber by a psychotic journalist. Yes, I've heard about that. I'll be completely blunt here, and I'm not meaning this in a bad way. I have nothing against Kirsch, but I don't really know her. Obviously, I can tell the person behind it is unhinged and clearly needs some therapy. Please don't send her that person our way. That's pretty much all I have to say.
Otherwise, and I'll be even more blunt, I don't care.
You could, honey, we gotta be nice. We should care because they're trying to cancel people.
Yes, no, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry, but I don't have interest.
We don't care. We don't have like any personal connection with Kirsch. We've never spoken with her.
Yeah.
So if that changes, obviously we'll have more of an opinion.
Obviously, I will change my statement at that point.
But also, I will say that I did unfortunately listen to that clip of that person who's trying to cancel her, and they're nuts. So I could say that.
Fair.
To what you asked in regards to, only one person needs to own the game. The rest can host the game, and the rest can join the person supposedly on mobile.
Interesting.
Oh, you were saying cupcakes, but you spelled it out in Hebrew. Okay, that doesn't work. Cupcakes is spelled differently in Hebrew. It's a different word.
It's a completely different word.
So that explains.
I forget the word.
Foot Potter Decker Miller says hello. Oh, this says a nutcase. Truer words have never been spoken. Link says Graven should start a goth. I have no idea what that is.
A goth Bene Gesserit Guild and Dune Awakening when it comes.
Bene Gesserit movie has a lot of shadowy particle effects. I have no idea what that is.
And I've never even read Dune or watched Dune, so I have no reference for plaguing Dune. So
now you've done it. Now the whole chat's gonna get mad at you again, and now you reminded them we have a list of videos that we need, and now everyone's gonna get annoyed.
Maybe someone will actually make us a list.
I've been trying, kinda.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. I have a list somewhere. Hammer Biotech says, what a marriage.
Thank you.
Grifter Fist says, hello, I'm late. No, you're just in time. Poor Kirsch. Yes. I don't clock into the night shift for a few more hours. The heat's keeping me up, says Jay. JPS says, hello, everyone.
Hello.
Fox Hill says, hail, chat. Kirsch seems cool. I've seen a few things. Yep. Kamachi's especially on your side. That's fair, Raven. You didn't answer my question. What question? What question?
Put it in the chat again.
Oh. I didn't see. I'm trying to get through. The reason I didn't see is I'm trying to find anybody new in the chat to say hi before the time runs out. Clocking Master, thanks for the follow on Twitter, by the way, Master. But I asked what if I finally do it, like, do people draws people to me? Well, I knew who you were, and you've been around a lot and never been mean to me, So eventually, if I see someone around a lot enough, and I'll follow them. if I see it again, I'm not very good about following. So if there are people here who are like, "Hey, you haven't followed me yet," it's like I don't it's probably not because anything personal. It's probably more because literally sometimes people have different names online, or I just don't notice because Twitter doesn't always notify me of things. But if I see you around and I know who you are and I recognize you and you've been around enough, I usually will follow eventually. Matt Stanford says Burn the Witch.
Because I haven't
Everybody's
seen
saying
Dune.
to
Because I haven't read
change.
Dune.
The Peter Venkman fan sites has only seen part of Dune. Let's see. I think we got everybody. How much time do we have left?
The timer already went off.
Okay, so perfect. We made it just in time. Understandable. Thanks, Master. Yeah, I as I said, I was just trying to get through it. Anybody pops in, I try to let people. I try to let people know. I try to get in people. And there is one person who we're still trying to get a hold of who's a Psycho tier member. What was it, honey? VBC or I think?
Yeah, I think it was VBC.
So if you're in the chat,
you glitched.
See, but we do want to send you again. If it doesn't happen or you're uncomfortable with it, we don't have to. But if you Psycho tier, we do send a card.
Yeah, it's a perk specifically for highest tier of memberships.
Remember when we used to try to list everybody's name who's a member in our YouTube video, and that would be hilarious.
You were tortured by that.
It would be terrible now. Skeleton VA says howdy y'all, and then
a skeleton.
80
Zombied
says, "Oh yo, BBC, give them your address and credit card." No, don't do that.
We just needed like a PO box to send the card to.
Okay, let's read the super chats.
The Mace for $10. Yo, what's up? Are we live yet? Or is the question, are we alive? I want chocolate too. Gee, I think I'm just rambling. Anybody know where my straitjacket went? I'm lost in the asylum.
Third door on the left. Down the hall, turn right, third door on the left. I that's totally not where their straitjackets are. I just set them on a wild goose chase for no reason because I can.
Well, you are the warden.
Actually, I am the Lord of the Night Shift, and you are the Lady of the Night Shift.
Yes, but you're the warden of the asylum in our Discord.
No, I am the Lord of the Night Shift. I do not want to be a warden.
But that's what I listed you as.
Well, I reject your listing.
Too bad. It's already there.
I am the Lord of the Night Shift.
Yes, I know, but you put me in charge of the Discord, so I got to choose what to call you.
I'll have to change it then.
No.
What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You can't do anything about it. That's right. I can mute you right now, and you can't do anything about it.
Meanie.
Unlimited power.
Meanie. You're so mean. Toxin for $1.99. Smash seasons his burgers with a grain of salt. Ha ha. Storm Rains for $10. As a creative myself, mostly comic artist, that's too real. Cries. So many half-finished Word docs and art files lying around demanding to be finished. I know your pain. The struggle is real.
I am in pain too. You want to know why? Because I have to keep telling you to do it, and you'll just ignore me. And then you get mad that I dared to tell you, and it's like, but I told you. You do know that going meow meow is going to make people think of you as a cat more. There's 123 people here. If you haven't already clocked in, please.
Clocking in means like the stream.
Yeah.
Mr. Kruger says, I really want to say just get married already, but you guys are already married.
Yep. True. For over 6 years now.
Yay.
Clip this. Why are we clipping this?
Kamchi for $1.99. Sorry, I haven't been around. Lots happen. Redoing.
Lots happen. Redoing. She tried to put everything in one message because it was too much.
What's the nin letter?
9 letter? I have no idea.
Pickleman for $2. Mom, Dad, stop fighting.
I love that profile image. That's amazing. It looks like a Plants vs. Zombie image.
Yeah. Not very pickle, though. Phoenix
No.
Press! Hello!
No.
What's quacking?
I have no idea what he's trying to say there, but here's what I'm going to say. You earned yourself this clip. I regret nothing.
Well, you just bought yourself a week of no TV with that comment, mister!
But hello to you.
You were warned. Redoing the Nintendo letter. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Gotcha.
How much would a mic cost that could actually catch Raven sounds? Too much.
It would have to be like industrial movie grade.
But yeah, I think we got all the super chats, and I think we're doing okay. I think we have time to get into our first topic now.
Yep.
And
we got 128 people here. Hello, 128 people who are not.
I can't believe.
And all the people who are choosing to only lurk and not comment.
Get married again?
No.
Maybe at some point.
No,
yeah,
that
okay.
was no, that's an Ironheart.
I was joking, honey.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Awkward silence. I have Honey Mouse says, I hope hail to all of you guys are doing good. We are. BBC says, sorry, I prefer looking. BBC, please let us know in the Discord who you are, so we can send you that.
So we can just DM one of us through Discord or Twitter, so we can finally send you your Psycho tier card.
Yeah. Again, if you don't want it, if you don't want it and he's uncomfortable, you do not have to. But it is part of the tiers, so we do want to send it if you want it. So
yes, that.
Okay. Let's get into our first topic then. The first topic's going to be a fun one. A JPS for $2.
Did you see Chair JT swim yesterday? It was amazing. Yes, we did.
Yep, it was funny.
That was hilarious.
I might actually take that clip if Smash lets me. And I'm not going to use it for anything. I'm going to put it like, instead of the guy tossing the chair at the end of the chair stream video, I'll make it that he's doing it, because it kind of is an homage to the fact that we kind of came up with it together. So, but yeah.
I mean,
okay.
He wouldn't be doing Chair JT would not exist if not for you.
Yes, I was the one who did the googly eyes. No one remembers that. Okay. But yes, let's get into our first topic now. We got a bunch to cover. Okay, let me turn on the blue screen. I think it will work.
Bye, pretty office.
Just for now.
Meh.
The question is, if I don't make us smaller, right? Because I usually cut out the most, and I try to move us.
I mean, you can always experiment with it this week.
I'm gonna leave it and see if it does anything. Hopefully it won't be a problem. Okay, we're going to get into our first topic now before we're doing well with time. So let's get into the first topic. This one's going to be a topic that I absolutely despise. So prepare for me to get annoyed, because I hate this. I hate this topic.
Prepare for a master rant.
Yep.
Begin.
Ironheart's pushed with Stark in tow.
There's no arc or past to show.
A thumbs up spun as a torch passed down.
A hollow pitch that earns no crown. Yes, we are talking about Ironheart. For some reason.
Iron Victim.
Sorry, we're talking about Iron Fart for some reason.
Iron Victim.
That too.
Okay. I'm going to preface this video by saying this, okay? I sometimes get heated, but I really hate this character. So I'm letting people know ahead of time that if I seem like I'm going extra hard on this character, it's not because I'm trying to be mean, it's because I hate this character.
In other words, you're just trying to be mean.
To the character, yes. To the wonderful viewers listening, no. Unless you annoy me. let's take a look here. So we have Ironheart coming out in not that long. We still have yet to get a trailer if you don't count the leaked audio, which you can actually find on the channel. We have the leaked audio from the D23 thing where she talks about how she's going to build something.
I'm gonna build something unlike him, but better.
Yeah,
That's the
because
actual line at the end of the trailer.
yeah, she's gonna take what Tony Stark did and she's gonna make it better. Isn't that great? Don't you love the character already?
No.
But yeah, so we still have yet to get much out, but there are still some images you could see at the top left corner. That's Ironheart there, and yeah, they're trying to come out now and say that Riri Williams, Dominic Thorne, has talked with Robert Downey Jr. and he was like, "Oh, I love Ironheart. It's the best. 2 thumbs up."
I just picture Hades going 2 thumbs up for you, milady.
I picture. Do you know that? Again, I can't remember. I think it was in in Iron Man 2, where Stan Lee's cameo there, and Tony kind of goes past him and goes, "Hey, Stan, nice, whatever," and taps him on the back and then walks past, right? And then Stan turns around and nobody's there. I'm imagining Dominic Thorne somewhere, and he just walks through. "Hey, yeah, I love Ironheart, kid. 2 thumbs up," and then just walks away. Turns around and goes, "What?"
Would be funny.
That's probably the entire basis of their interaction. And honestly, this character annoys me, not just because her origin in the comics is stupid. And I say this because she literally demands her teacher oppress her, and when the teacher refuses to, she stares down the teacher
down for 4 whole panels at least. It's a villain's origin story, not a hero's.
But it was retconned. But no, it was retconned. It was retconned. It was retconned in the comics. It was retconned in the comics. You know nothing.
Then how come in the MCU they still have her stealing car parts to make her suit and stealing tech from MIT?
You're racist.
See? They can't argue.
But literally, this is the thing with this character is literally, this is confirmed. You can argue with me all you want, okay? But I have the receipts. It is confirmed that Riri Williams, Ironheart, gets the schematics for one of Tony's armors, reverse engineers the armor, and posts it online as a dare. This is confirmed in the comics. You cannot tell me it doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. And Tony calls her the D-word for doing it. And then later on, she steals from MIT to make her armor. And when she does and gets caught, rather than the school being like, "You stole, you're out here," in the comics, the school goes, "We didn't see how gifted you were. We're sorry."
Totally unrealistic. However, fortunately, in the TV show, she actually is getting expelled from MIT. And for some reason, she's surprised and upset that they're expelling her from MIT when she is the reason she's being expelled from MIT.
And what you're referencing is we got like a coming soon thing for Marvel, and it was included in that. And that was the thing where she was literally like, You're
expelling me?
You're expelling me? And it's like, she literally, the reason is because she didn't show up to any of her classes and stole stuff and built her suit. And then I love, you know what I love? I love the scene where Riri Williams is wearing like a short, like top half shirt, and dancing with money in the air that she stole.
You mean that GIF you found on Tumblr?
Yes, that's literally
There's
from a thing.
literally dollar bills in her waistband. Like she's dancing at a club.
The premise for this show is that Riri can't take back the armor after Wakanda Forever because it is Wakandan technology. So she has to now make her own. So she dumpster dives for parts, which, by the way, the media is saying makes her better than Tony Stark because literally she had to dumpster dive
because she's poor and he's rich.
Because she's poor and he's rich, so it's better. And she's better because she had to be poor and make it. Literally, he built it in a cave with a box of scraps. Shut the heck up.
Mm-hmm. He built it from nothing.
But what's going to happen is she's going to not have enough money. She's going to get into MIT and obviously get kicked out. And she's going to find Parker Robbins, the Red Hood, who is literally going to team up with her to steal money so she can make her armor. That is literally the beginning premise of this show. I kid you not. That is what they're promoting with this show. Great job, Marvel. You made the black female character who's already not liked in the comics, who's taking over for Tony Stark.
You made her a car. You made her a car thief.
You made her a thief in general. Like, and then it's like, obviously the Red Hood goes bad and now she has to stop him. But it's like, you literally helped him. That doesn't change that.
Yeah, but she's going to be in the right because she's a female.
You know what I love, though? I love that because she's a female and she's not as tall as Tony Stark. I realize, I don't know if I mentioned this. There is a clip, and there's a clip of her suiting up partially, like in a white armor, and it shows that her arm doesn't actually reach the gauntlet.
Oh yeah, it's literally just like she's controlling their mechanical hands that she's controlling with like pulleys
and the
things
same
on
for her
feet.
feet. The same for her feet. So literally, she is having like arm and leg extensions to make herself tall enough. It's like
basically making her the size of a man, right?
This show has been finished for years. Okay. Mm-hmm. I can tell you, and I'm not just speculating here, okay? I have been told this discreetly. I'm not naming names.
Obviously.
I have a source who has told me they very much did not want to release this. And the fact that we still don't have a trailer speaks volumes.
I mean, unless you count the D23 trailer, which we found the audio of.
Yes, but it's also online for people who want to see it. But the point being is that there's no official trailer for this, and I was told they were trying to find every way possible to not show this, but they had no choice at the end.
And why not make it a tax write-off like Batgirl?
Because apparently they weren't able to. Apparently, due to the constraints, whatever, they have to release it. So they are just going to release it and hope nobody notices.
We are going to notice.
I know the thing that people are going to do is they're going to ask me to review this, and I'm quite frankly, I really just don't want to.
Yeah,
I really despise this.
Yeah, kind of like with Wednesday season 2. I just don't wanna.
I despise this character. I think this character could have been a good character if it was put in the hands of the correct people. But this is clearly a token character, and I'm saying this in a nice way. I'm not trying to say all black characters are tokens or whatever. I'm saying this is clearly a token character meant to convey certain values and certain ideological beliefs. And it didn't work in the comics. And instead of letting it go, you're trying to push her into live action. And you know what? You had an opportunity in live action to actually make her work. You had the option to rewrite the character. And I cannot confirm this, but I'm pretty sure I've heard that there was a line mentioned in Wakanda Forever. And the reason I cannot confirm this is, quite frankly, I didn't see Wakanda Forever because I don't care.
Neither do I.
But apparently there's a throwaway line that she mentioned something about her teacher like trying to stop her from being, or said she couldn't be Ironheart or whatever. It's literally referencing her origin in the comics, the bad origin, which they've retconned. It's not a big deal. It doesn't matter if you retcon it. A retcon is when you take something that was established and you change it. So if you had to change it, it means it's because it was such crap that you had to change it.
But they literally changed nothing.
Tell you what, Marvel.
The thing they're changing is that she actually gets expelled.
Maybe. But tell you what, Marvel. I have a great idea for you. Here's what you do. Lean into the meme. Instead of releasing Ironheart, you release all episodes of it at once. And all of them are just 20 minutes of a dumpster fire. I guarantee you will get more viewership. I promise you. You should literally hire me. Just put a dumpster fire. And you know what? You can even put, if Dominique Thorne needs to be in it, you can literally put her in the dumpster. Just have her sit in the dumpster.
That's on fire.
I would watch it. She's in armor. She'll be fine. I think.
She'd end up getting turned into toast. And then her insides will probably melt and slosh, and then her bones will bake.
In Minecraft.
Sure.
But yeah, not interested in this show, not interested in this character. The fact that they don't have a trailer out tells a lot. The fact that they are banking on, well, it's a torch passing. Tony Stark and Riri Williams have never met. and I am calling it here. Okay,
You're totally calling that they're going to make Tony
Wait, don't ruin it.
I'm sorry. I wanted to say it.
Okay, so speak.
You're totally about to call that you think they are going to make Tony her Jarvis like they did in the comics.
Yes, so in the comics, they had Tony, after he dies in the comics, he sends her a package. And in it basically is like a system for her suit, which makes a virtual Tony Stark there to literally tell her what to do and like help her. I would not be surprised if if it's not going to happen during the show. If it happens, like I could be completely wrong, but if it would be not surprising to me if literally at the last, like at the end credit scene of the last episode, we get like a package delivered to Riri and she opens it, puts it in, and we see virtual Robert Downey Jr. right there, be like, "Hey, Riri, you don't know me, but I am Iron Man," and it just cuts to black. That would totally not surprise me. And I could totally see it happening. And if it does, I called it here. If it doesn't, which I'm really hoping it doesn't, then I didn't call it and you heard nothing.
But yeah, she literally, she has an AI version of Tony Stark, meaning she needs a man to tell her what to do because she's incompetent on her own.
And then she can't succeed on her own. She has to steal from people and reverse engineer stuff and steal from people who are better than her. Yes, Marvel, what messages are you trying to promote about young black women, I wonder, with this?
All the wrong ones,
could you explain?
Apparently.
Could you enlighten us?
No, they can't, because they are showing all the wrong things, evidently.
This could have been a good character. You could have changed the things that were wrong in the comics and maybe tried. But the thing is, not only are you trying to force this all new, all different Marvel stuff into the current MCU, which is not doing well, you're not even trying to change the things people didn't like. You should have used the feedback from the comics and be like, okay, people don't like this character. How could we change it? You didn't.
Oh, well. That's all. I fail.
Yep. And so enjoy your Iron Victim garbage Iron Tin Can. I'm not watching it. Have fun. She's never replacing Tony Stark. Thanos snap.
Bye. I think in the video you just end it with the Thanos snap instead of
I
bye.
hope so. I hated that. I'm just making that very clear that I absolutely despise this character, and if I hadn't made it already, very clear, I hate it. Wait.
What's wrong?
I saw that Hypnotic is here. Is Hypnotic here?
Someone mentioned Hypnotic. I didn't see him in the chat. But we did get a few supers.
I see. I see what everybody's saying. I honestly this character, I will never like this character. I do not care how much they change this. Serpent deities, because Dementia Suites is whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep.
I hate. Oh, but wait, guys, if you want to display your displeasure at Riri, there is an emote for that.
We do have an emote for that. It's called Riri.
It's called Goth Riri. We do cool things here
because we're fun.
But honestly, it's just so annoying. I can't even.
Seriously, who names their child Riri?
I really hate this character. I will never like this character. I do not care how much you change her now. You had the opportunity, but this is literally garbage. This is a garbage character, a garbage tier character, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
We know.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Don't park in front of MIT or your car is free game for Riri. I just can't. Like, I just hate the character. I'm sorry. Let's see. I saw that one we already got.
Pocketpair for $5. Tony invented nanotech that forms whatever he imagines. How could Riri improve up on that in any way? Black girl magic?
Black girl magic. I gotta get that clip. Make a note. Someone help me and make a note and remind me later.
Storm reigns for 5. How much we want to bet that the villain in the Ironheart movie ends up another John Walker-like individual?
Well, I've heard, and I cannot confirm this, but I've heard that the Red Hood is not the main villain, that the main villain is actually going to be Mephisto, and he is going to be played by, I forget the name.
Is it some Indian
guy? The guy who played Borad.
Yeah, that guy.
That's what I've heard. That the guy who played Borad is going to be
Mephisto.
Mephisto.
Terrible casting.
Which would be hilarious. I honestly want it to be real just because it would be hilarious. I would laugh my ass off.
Yes, you
Sacha
would.
Baron Cohen. Thank you.
That guy, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I've been told. That's what I've heard. I cannot confirm it, nor can I say for certain. But I have heard that that's the case, is that he's actually going to be Mephisto.
Griffith of Mike claims that he is Dormammu.
I don't know. We'll see. I just think it'd be funny because I would love to see all the meme edits of actual Borad talking to Riri Williams. I am Mephisto. Very nice.
Crazy.
We do not allow women in armor. It is like trying to give a gun to a monkey.
To give woman power is like giving gun to a monkey. That's the line,
and
right?
It's like, and then it just shows him like slapping Riri. That's Mephisto. That would be hilarious. I would love that just for the memes. Come on, guys.
Please, God, let it be so. The Maze member at the disturbed level for 17 months. Why, thank you.
Thank you. 17 months is a crazy long time. Thank you.
Seriously, dude. Well, bedtime. Y'all have a great stream. Live long and prosper. Borat voice. I give you one more day.
I give you one more day.
Another movie I haven't seen.
Yes, PP memes. He was also I would love to just see. This is Riri. I can't read that. But honestly, it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. But to be honest, I want it to be confirmed. And again, because the show will be crap. I'm gonna be honest with this. And look, if somebody likes it, that's fine. Okay. But honestly, it would just be hilarious to me to have that because the memes would be chef's kiss. I would love this. It would be so perfect. I would love it. That would be more entertaining than the entire show.
Well, we already have a meme. Master versus Ironheart death battle from Thunder Kid in our meme therapy.
Oh God.
And also Proctophile sent you the Black Girl Magic clip.
I'll get it at some point. Oh, I've also got a gift copy of a game I totally forgot. I gotta get to that. What is it?
It's Death
so
Battle.
Funny. Oh, you guys are nuts.
Why do you think they're here? We are the ASYLUM after all.
I gotta have like somebody tweeting out memes during the stream or something. I can't do it myself.
Well, obviously you can't do it yourself. You're in charge of the stream.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into so getting away from Iron Victim. Let's get to something funny. We have some great. We don't have game therapy today, but we have some great, like top tier media therapy today.
Well, Thunder Kid, I saw it and I thought it was funny.
Well, here's the question. Where are we at? I don't think we hit tier 1 yet.
Proctophile!
I definitely don't think we hit it. So it's fine if we don't.
We
Leave
need
him
you to do math
alone.
for us.
Leave
What?
him alone.
Why?
Be
He's our
nice.
mod. He works for us. I'm allowed to boss him around. I regret nothing. I'm just having fun.
Are you done now?
Kinda. I still have a lot of laughter and bloodlust.
No.
Meow?
45. Yeah, we're not hitting anything. It's okay. Are you guys watching Andor? Nope.
Yeah, no.
I have not watched anything Star Wars since season 1 of The Mandalorian. I gave it a watch because of Gina, and after that, I literally didn't care anymore. I just didn't.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, let's get into some nice media therapy.
Yes.
So we have an interesting clip today where someone has some very interesting car trouble, and if this is the future of the human race, well,
we're doomed.
Yep.
And why is this happening to me on a Monday?
Sorry, what?
And Master has already said he will not be leading the anti-robot revolution.
Yes, I will not. But here we go.
Okay, why is this happening to me on a Monday? I'm in a Waymo
Connected
car.
to rider support. This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
This car is just going in circles.
Hi there, Mike. This is Gab. I'm calling from Waymo Support. I'm just calling because I received a notification that your car might be experiencing some routing issue. Please bear with me while I am...
Yeah, I got a flight to catch. Why is this thing going in a circle? I'm getting dizzy. Look at what it's doing.
I understand. I'm really, really sorry, Mike. We're currently working with the situation of the vehicle. Is it circling around a parking lot, right?
It's circling around a parking lot. I got my seatbelt on. I can't get out the car. Has this been hacked? What's going on? I feel like I'm in the movies. Is somebody playing a joke on me? And I got a flight to catch.
I understand, Mike. I'm really sorry for this. We're working with this, but by any chance, do you have an access to your Waymo app right now? Do you have an
yeah.
I'm going to be pulling the car over while we are trying to assist the car. Oh, hold on just a second.
Oh my goodness. I just better not be late for the flight. You guys are going to take care of the flight. That part.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, because this is crazy. This is crazier.
I apologize. If you have your app pulled up, I need you to tap my trip in the lower left corner of your app.
Can't you just do it? You should be able to handle it. Take over the car. You don't need my phone.
It keeps going in circles. You can watch it on the screen. Just like, nope, I'm going in circles.
And the person on the phone does not have an option to control the car. That is not that's not good. You would think the people at the, on the line would have access to remote control.
It's so, I like watching look, you can watch when you can see the screen right here. When you see it's just him like circling around and the car is like trying to route, you can watch it right here. Watch. You can see that it stopped, right? It stopped. It got pulled over. It gets turned back on. And then it's like, oh, go this way? To turn around again?
And this is why I will never step into
and look,
a self-driving
it's like, leave
car.
parking lot? No, turn around. It's just
this is why I will never step into a self car.
I'm sorry, though. That's so funny. I really hope the guy didn't suffer too much, but like, that's quite funny.
I hope he managed to catch his plane. But now you know better than to take this car, sir.
I just think it's so funny watching that again, you could see literally it's like routing. It's like I get it why he couldn't get out of the car.
But is it like the way these self-driving car works is that it's literally, it's like you can't manually unlock it when it's moving?
I don't know, but I'll tell you this is that even if he got out of the car, like there's no guarantee that it would stop as he did so, right? So it would probably hit him. And I guarantee his luggage is in the back, so it wouldn't help with his flight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm never. I remember when I first started seeing these cars around. It was actually a few months ago, and I thought they were I thought they were camera cars for Google Maps. I didn't realize they were driverless.
Some of them are, and some of them are these. This is like a taxi thing. I honestly think that I'll be honest. I like the idea of a self-driving car, and when I say the idea, I mean the idea, not the.
Why do you? Please explain why you like the idea.
I like the idea of not having to drive places and having someone to do it for me.
You hate driving.
So I like the idea of that.
You see, we only have the one car right now. And Master is usually the one driving it.
But I would rather have somebody, I'd rather pay a person to do it for me than go into an AI car. But I like the idea. Less driving for me.
You just like the idea of not having to drive the car.
Yes, that's literally what I meant. I don't think anybody. I think people think that I actually I'm not getting in an AI car, but that if it'd be nice if it was just like, I don't have to drive.
Yeah, I know. Tyrant Dracon for $5. Would it be concerning if the car starts playing the Terminator theme song?
Yeah, that would be a problem. I think this would be funny though. Someone needs to take that video and dub it over with "You spin me
right down, me right around like a record, baby, right around now.
You know that's getting clipped, right?
Of course it is. Anything I do gets clipped.
Well, then stop doing it.
But I like having fun.
Sarah Connor is sweating right now. Fair.
Isaac Asimov is probably having a field day though.
Laws of robotics, but
true.
Guess nobody cares.
Yeah. People inventing robots seem to have forgotten the laws of robotics.
Pocketpair actually posted out the beam.
Then again, because Isaac Asimov created the laws of robotics for fiction, do real life robot makers have to even obey those laws?
Probably not.
So then they could, in fact, create robots that can harm humans.
All right. Well, the Proctor file actually put out the beam. Fine. I'll show the thumbnail. Fine. I hate sharing stuff.
What are you showing?
I'm gonna try to share a screen.
Oh, is it the death battle thing?
There you go. You happy?
Click on it so everyone can see it better. Ta-da! Thank you, Thunder Kid.
Thanks. Okay, there we go. Everybody happy now? Good.
Phoenix Press says his money's on you.
I win by playing Raven and attack mode.
Question is, what would my attack be? Claws? Yeah, probably claws.
Raven uses death in Minecraft.
I'm sorry, why is that making me laugh so hard?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just found that really funny.
Okay.
Oh, Phoenix Press is my attack 9001 because it's over 9,000.
You know what I have to say about all this?
What? Yeah.
Weird.
Come on, we're just having fun, my dear. Ooh, yes, lightning claws. I want lightning claws. No, chainsword. I want a chainsword.
All right, we're gonna have to get into our next topic.
I want a chainsword. I want a chainsword. If someone wants to draw me with holding a chainsword, that would be very much appreciated.
No.
Chain swords are cool. It's a chainsaw as a sword. You telling me you don't want one?
You know what I have to say about that?
What?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
People who like chain swords care.
I have no idea what a chainsaw is, but okay.
Well, you used the right GIF for it. It's a Warhammer weapon. And it's awesome.
Okay, I'm glad that I actually used that clip then. All right. Let's get on to our next topic. Just a reminder, tier 1 is still 200. Not that we have to get there, just a reminder.
Mm-hmm. It would be nice to get there, though. And we could chase
It would be nice to get to tier 3 and do the chair stream, but we'll have to get there. We'll see. Oh, look, people, times are tough. I get it.
Mm-hmm. Tower and Dragcon for $2. What about chain claws? You mean like Tyberos has? That would be cool.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's more Warhammer stuff, honey. You wouldn't get it.
It's
yes, Baltimore Knife and Steel actually did make one for their one of their one of their reforged episodes.
I'm sorry, honey. I have to stop you.
Wait. Why? I was about to explain something to the chat.
But you said there was a Warhammer reference, so I have to do this. It's obligatory. Sorry.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Basically, the Man-at-Arms reforged thing, and they also made War's sword from Darksiders. They made Chaos Eater, which was so cool. Basically, they literally forge weapons from different pop culture things. Like anime, TV shows, video games, you name it, they make it. It's really cool. Draw Raven as a sister of battle. Oh, now that would be cool. Except I don't worship.
Whatever.
Except I'm a Night Lord. I don't worship the Emperor.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Okay, I'm done.
Are you sure?
Sort of?
Oh, yeah! Oh,
no! Okay, now we're done.
Okay. You can see the smoke coming out of... Oh.
Storm Reigns for $2. Raven Warhammer 40k stream when? I don't know, when Master lets me.
I'm sorry, because you know what I would have to do? I'd have to be the one to literally set it all up for you. And I don't want to do that.
So then someone else do the stream and I can just come on as a guest.
How does that you playing Warhammer though?
I don't know.
That doesn't really work. Anyways, let's get on to our next topic.
Oh, I thought we were just talking about Warhammer.
Nope, we're getting into our next topic.
Fine.
Let's get the backgrounds.
Done.
All right. Ready.
Go.
Palworld's tweaks were forced by law.
No more throne spheres. No more throne spheres. No flight with claw.
Nintendo struck, but they won't quit.
They'll patch the game and won't submit. A real shame that they have to keep changing the game because Nintendo is being ridiculous.
So we've known about this Palworld lawsuit for quite some time, and it's taken a turn recently because there were a couple things that were changed in the game that were never confirmed to be because of Nintendo, but people speculated that that was the reason. And long story short, Palworld has finally come out with a statement to not only address that, but also to explain future changes that will have to be taken to the game so they can continue to work on it. So I'm gonna. Do you want to read it, honey? Or do you want me to read it?
You can read it. I haven't played Palworld. It's not my kind of game. So,
okay. Palworld posts regarding the lawsuit, changes to Palworld and the future. We'd like to express our sincere gratitude and appreciation for the continued support of our fans over the past few months. We apologize for not being able to share as much information as we would like, but we trust our fans understand how difficult it is to be fully transparent while litigation is ongoing. Currently, we remain involved in a prolonged legal proceedings regarding the alleged patent infringement. We continue to dispute these claims and assert the invalidity of the patents in question. However, we have had to make certain compromises in order to avoid disruptions to the development and distribution of Palworld. On November 30th, 2024, we released patch version 3.11 for Palworld. This patch removed the ability to summon pals by throwing pal spheres and instead changed it to a static summon next to the player. Several other game mechanics were also changed with this patch. As many have speculated, these changes were indeed a result of the ongoing litigation. Everyone here at Pocketpair was disappointed that this adjustment had to be made, and we fully understand that many players feel the same frustration. Unfortunately, as the alternative would have led to an even greater deterioration of the gameplay experience for players, it was determined that this change was necessary. Furthermore, we regret to inform our players that with the implementation of patch version 0.5.5, we must make yet another compromise. From this patch onward, gliding will be performed using a glider rather than with pals. Pals in the player's team will still provide passive buffs to gliding, but players will now need to have a glider in their inventory in order to glide. We understand that this
do you want me to read the rest?
I'm almost done.
Oh, okay.
We understand that this will be disappointing for many, just as it is for us. But we hope our fans understand that these changes are necessary in order to prevent further disruptions to the development of Palworld. We also want to extend our apologies to our fans for the discomfort and concern this ongoing litigation has caused. We remain committed to developing Palworld and delivering exciting new content to our fans. On behalf of everyone at Pocketpair and Team Palworld, thank you again for your continued support.
Honestly, it's getting ridiculous.
So here's the thing. A lot of people, when Palworld came out, were saying, oh, clearly these creatures are ripoffs and showing comparisons. And look, to be fair, there are so many Pokemon ripoff games out there. And people even claim that Pokemon itself was a ripoff of, I think, Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I can see that.
So again, if they were trying to say, hey, we think that some of your designs are too close to our pals and whatever, I mean, I guess a case could be made. However, that's not what they're saying. What they're trying to insinuate is the mechanic of throwing a sphere and summoning a pal, and the mechanic of flying with a pal are exclusive and patented by Nintendo.
Which technically they're not. Not really.
They never were. But Nintendo is pushing this, and look, whether you like Palworld or you don't, you got to admit this is a bad precedent for gaming. We cannot have if you toss a ball and it summons something, you get sued. Like, what?
That is absolutely ridiculous. It completely discourages people from making their own fan-based games or inspired games or, games in general. It's ridiculous. And what's next? They're going to take away the mechanic where you can sit on the back of your water pal while it swims?
I guarantee they're going to take that. They're going to start doing those things too. But here's the thing that's funny. I'm going to call it Nintendo right now. And they'll never watch this, but whatever.
And what will you say?
You guys didn't even care that this game existed. There are so many games out there that do the same thing or similar things, that these mechanics that you are claiming are yours. And you did not give a crap until this game came out and started breaking records all over the place and getting a ton of people interested because it did what you guys were too cowardly to do. It changed the format.
It did something new. Because let's face it, and everyone knows it by now, no matter how many games of Pokemon you at Nintendo have released, it's the same mechanics, the same gameplay, the same story every single time. The only thing you change are the character designs and the Pokemon. Everything else is literally the same, even when you change the graphics. There's nothing new. There's nothing different. There's nothing to there's no incentive to buy a new Pokemon game because you're just playing the same old Pokemon game. So why bother buying a new Pokemon game when you can play the previous Pokemon game and not have anything change?
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I've played Palworld, okay? It is amazing because it scratches a couple itches for me. One, I've always been a fan of Pokemon. I started playing Pokemon Ruby version and Sapphire. I've played the older versions, but I played those the most. And I even caught a shiny in there, which was a shiny Goldeen, which ended up evolving. I caught it in the Safari Zone of all places, so I literally wasn't even guaranteed to catch it. Regardless. Point being, I love open world survival games, or survival games in general. This Palworld is literally, if you are a fan of Ark Survival Evolved, imagine Ark Survival Evolved with Pokemon. That is literally what this is.
Pretty
And
much.
look, did it heavily borrow and have inspiration from Pokemon? Absolutely. But so did so many other games out there. And you only cared about this one because it made you guys look like clowns. And you know what? The thing is, it didn't have to do much to make you look like clowns. It proved that there was a market for a game out there, and that if you guys had gotten off your asses and took actual chances with what you were doing, then you might have actually been the people to come out with this kind of thing rather than them. But because
Seriously.
Go ahead.
Seriously, Nintendo, you made a dragon-type Pokemon that's an apple. An apple! What's wrong with you?
And there's a Pokemon that's also a key ring, and there's one that's like
And
snow cone.
There's a snow cone, there's the chandelier, there's a sarcophagus. It's like,
look,
what
I'm
are
not
you
saying
doing?
I'm not saying that they don't have some decent designs for Pokemon, and I'm not saying there isn't a fandom for Pokemon. There obviously is. But if you are out there and you are going to claim that this is okay for Nintendo to do, you are setting a bad precedence. Whether you like Palworld or not, what's going to end up happening is if this gets through and it actually shuts down Palworld or actually like does something bad, it's going to set the precedence going forward for many games. There are going to be games all over the place patenting mechanics, and it's going to make that we're never going to get similar kinds of games. We're not going to get those anymore because someone will be like, oh, running around a screen on a 2D platform, I patented that, so no more Metroidvanias for you. Or,
running into monsters in the grass. Can't have that anymore.
Yeah, so look, I'm not saying it would be that straightforward, obviously, because it wouldn't be straightforward. But I'm saying, like, this would set a very bad precedent. And the fact that Nintendo can just do this and again, if they were trying to compromise and say, hey, we think it's too much like this, so you made this creature too close to one of our pals, fine. Or, sorry, our Pokemon, fine. But that's not what they're doing. They're trying to say, well, you threw a spear and it summoned a pal, so that's bad. Oh, you flew with a pal, so that's bad. No. If you're going to come with them with actual reasons why they had a problem, then actually take the time to do that. If you're not going to do that, then shut the heck up. Stop it. Get some help.
Or maybe change the game. Why don't you change your Pokemon games and make something new?
It won't matter
make something new instead of just redesigning Pokemon to look like the most ridiculous things ever.
Because they literally won't, honey. The reason they do this is because they found a formula they feel works and they're scared to mess it up. And because they didn't want to do it, they missed out, and now they're jealous. And guess what? You guys should be, because Palworld is great. And you know what? I might just play some later today just to spite you guys. I don't care if they make changes. These people clearly like their player base and want to do its best. I know people are very upset about this and whatever, but you know what? It's a great game. I enjoy it. And you know what? I'll play it more. Pokemon, haven't touched in ages. And the reason? Because it's boring. It's the same thing over and over again. And yes, there's shiny hunting, all the stuff you could do, and that's great if people have a fandom for it. But there's a place for both of these things. And the fact that you're trying to come after it in the stupidest way possible is shameful. And you know what? It explains why you have to make your games and your systems so expensive. Because clearly you guys are creatively bankrupt.
Quite.
Increasing the price and making the same kind of games and systems won't get you money. Maybe it's time for you to take some chances. Or maybe, just an idea. Let someone else do what you won't.
And make a good game.
And you know what? You're not going to win this. You're just not.
Nope.
And if you are out there, as I said, if you like Palworld or don't, You should be against this, even if you are a super big fan of Pokemon, because this sets a very bad precedent and it should not be allowed.
Indeed. I think that's a good place to stop.
Yep.
The last Pokemon I played was Black and White. I actually liked the storyline in that one, but otherwise, and the Pokemon in that one, but otherwise, literally nothing was different.
You're playing a computer game equals Nintendo lawsuit. Yeah. I honestly, they'll start patenting under game mechanics. Exactly.
That's what we're afraid of. Take over the chat for a moment. I need a new Band-Aid for this paper cut.
Okay. But like, the fact that this is a thing, the fact that they are doing this, and again, I'm not saying there isn't like cool games out there, but this is not a good look for Nintendo at all. Like, this is really bad. This is going to make them look really bad. And that's the thing. Let's imagine they do this and they succeed and they start patenting more things. We're going to have Nintendo slop games coming out for years and years and years and no new creativity because there's going to be so many mechanics hidden behind a paywall. I mean, yeah, let me see. It's a wonder they didn't shoot Arc this night and Left 4 Dead as well, because Arc also has a Pokeball form of them. Well, guess what? Arc didn't make as much money, so...
Yeah, it's not as popular, and it didn't make as much waves.
Nintendo doesn't care about their fans. Monster
Clearly.
Rancher wants to have a chat with Nintendo. Yep.
What about Slime Rancher, then?
Yeah, I'm sure. They again...
Slime Rancher also has adorable little creatures.
How dare you, Nintendo? You got the ways of my Gale Claw? Yeah, I love Gale Claw, too. But to be fair, apparently there's a glider that still works like it.
I like Yormantide. I think Yormantide is a brilliant name for a Leviathan class pal. It's Tide combined with Jormungandr. Oh, I thought that was genius.
Yeah, everybody's talking about how there's so many games. There are so many games. The thing is, they only did this specifically because it was making money. They couldn't abide by it making money. That's what they wanted. They wanted it not to make. They wanted to make the money, and they were like, "Someone beat us to it." I'm angry.
Yeah. Sigh. It's a shame. If they had just done what they had just done, what they were too afraid to do, and done it anyway, they would have kept their players.
I just honestly, it's mind-boggling. Let's imagine Nintendo said, "Hey, we think some of your designs are a little too close. Could you change them up a little bit?" I don't think they really should have to change anything, but like, I could at least understand that. I'd be like, okay, but they're like, "Oh no, you summoned a pal with a spear, banned."
Yeah.
Like, come on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play Palworld later, and I'm going to catch an NPC. I'm going to name it Nintendo's Lawyers. And I'm going to stick them in a box, in a display box, and I'm going to have them just sit there. And I'm just going to, I'm going to literally use Dr. Braun to give them terrible skills, and they're just going to sit there. And then I'm going to take my knife out and...
In Minecraft.
In
or rather,
Palworld.
Palworld.
See?
Jinx.
You can't sue me, Nintendo. It's in Palworld. Oh, well, I mean...
Honey.
That's probably...
Let's get to some supers.
Hold on. I feel like an interesting solution would be, in order to patent game mechanics, they'd have to sell license to use them to other devs in order to defend the patent. I think that could also be a slippery slope. I think that's a better way of approaching it, potentially, but I think it could be it could be a very slippery slope with that.
EMS for $9.99. Love the poetry. Is it a hidden TDS talent or AI?
It's me, mostly. Sometimes if I need some help, I'll ask the AI for a little bit of help if I can't think of a good rhyme, but usually I'm pretty good at doing them myself.
Master is very good at rhyming on the spot. Me, I take hours to write a single poem.
So I'm not going to claim full responsibility because I have used it sometimes, but most of the time, I would say the majority of the time, it's me. So because I'm just very good at rhyming things. I've always been. I just haven't really had a use for it. So
I mean, I'm really good at poetry in general. I have so many poems that I've written, but they take me so long because I'm trying to find the right words to match while also keeping the meter and tone right. It's hard. It's probably why I haven't actually written a poem in quite a few years.
Well, you should write more stuff.
Meow. Storm Brains for $5. Hot take, game mechanics should not be patentable, period. Too many mechanics end up unused because of patent abuse. Cough, cough, nemesis system, cough.
Yeah, I wish we got the Nemesis system. But I hear you. I agree.
What is the Nemesis system?
You didn't hear about that? I forget
I don't
exactly
remember.
where it was, but there was a game that I forget which game. It's escaping me. It was used in a game, and it was it was like a revolutionary system. And they said they were going to do it in another game, and then that game got canceled, and it's locked behind like copyright for like a couple more years, so nobody else gets to use the Nemesis system.
People are saying it's from Shadow of Mordor.
Yes, Shadow of Mordor. That was what it was. It was from Shadow of Mordor, and they were planning another game, I think, with the same Nemesis system, and then they literally canceled it. And because of that, they literally, because of certain agreements in place, nobody else can use it.
Fascinating. Servant of God for $2. Make Nintendo insolvent by 2026 at the earliest. That's not very far away. Servant of God for another $5. Also, Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard now, and they have World of Warcraft. With mounts, flying ones too. Methinks they'll want words with Nintendo.
Exactly. This is just a slippery slope, because imagine
And
Nintendo's like, oh.
Also, isn't World of Warcraft older than Pokemon?
Yes, but imagine Nintendo gets away with this, and then Microsoft and Activision Blizzard decide to patent flying on mounts, and then Nintendo fights back against that. And I'm not saying that would happen, but like it could it would never be a never-ending thing. It's just dumb.
Yeah, Wizard 101 also has flying mounts if you get them old enough.
God, that game's so old.
It still exists, and people do.
I'm
still
surprised
play it.
it's still around.
It still exists. It's on Steam, honey, for free. I have it. Just because it was free.
Great. That's great.
Just because it was free.
Oh, speaking of games, I got a game. I got to check what this is. I received a gift from Mr. Rouge. He sent me Sunderfolk.
What the heck is that?
A Sunderfolk is a turn-based tactical RPG adventure where your phone becomes the controller. Inspired by gathering on table friends, it's built with a couch co-op experience in mind. After appropriate adventure out of the magical, dangerous Sunderlands.
Huh?
That seems interesting.
Interesting indeed.
He said he owns the game and it's really worth it. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thing is, you keep telling me that people are gifting you games that you would never play.
Honey.
Instead of looking at your wish list.
I love you.
What? Was I not supposed to say that out loud?
You know that I feel like I had a conversation with you at some point that was, certain things I talk about out loud or joke about that don't need to be brought up.
Oh, sorry.
And I feel like I specifically included that under the umbrella of do not bring up on live streams in front of people.
I forgot!
You know what I have to say about that?
What?
And take another one. That's right. Hey, get back in that chair. They do not get a chair stream unless we hit the tier. No, get back in that chair. That's right.
I was shaming.
You were shaming?
I was hiding in shame.
Chair stream when they didn't earn it.
I was hiding in shame.
Read the super chat.
Tyron Dracon for $5. Angry Japanese at Nintendo. How dare you make a successful game? I'll
yes,
you over.
Honey.
Hmm?
He was trying to get around saying another word.
Oh.
She's so innocent. Maybe tried to sneak a chair stream. Broke her brain. Master sleeping on the couch. No. Watch this. Pickle Man. Hey, honey, I'm gonna sleep on the couch tonight.
Don't you dare!
I'll do it.
No.
I seriously will.
I won't let you.
I'll do it.
You know how gullible I can be. Don't do it just because chat is telling you to.
Hey, chat, should I sleep on the couch?
No.
No?
You know I don't like it when you do that.
Honey, I love you.
You don't know who I am. I don't like you joking about it. Stop it.
You know, it would be a lot more compelling. Your argument would be more compelling if I could hear half of it, because the mic doesn't pick it up.
Ree. Holy shiz. How much is that in American?
I do not know. Oh, $22.
3,000 Icelandic is only 22?
It
Wow,
says $22.
That exchange rate must suck. But Bjorn Gudmundsson for 3,000 Icelandic currency. I do think you should be able to patent new game mechanics. The man hours needed to code something like the Nemesis system don't come cheap. It should have an expiration date like all other inventions, however.
You gifted a copy to Hypno as well, up to 6 co-op. I'll have to see. I'll be honest with you guys. This is going to sound so terrible. The last time I played a co-op game at all was with Raven, and it was Raft. And before that, I can't even remember.
Before that, it was with me, Don't Starve Together, and you god moded me with 10 Bergers.
I was having fun.
And I got annoyed. I told you to stop killing me. Yeah, because I told you to stop killing me, and you didn't stop killing me.
I don't even think we're going to hit tier 1 tonight, but that's okay.
That's a shame.
It's okay. I was hoping for a chair stream, but that's all right.
John Common for 5. Every Mother's Day needs a Mother's Night. You must sleep in the bed tonight.
It's funny because the thing is, sleeping on the couch for Raven is a threat.
I don't like it.
She doesn't like it.
I don't like it.
Raven put yes. No, I'll just be completely honest. I hate co-op games. I'll be honest. No one's ever online, and then when you go to play, and then you have to stop, right? Because you got to go pee. You can't pause it. So literally, suddenly you go pee and you come back and you're dead. Or someone stole your stuff and is teabagging you. Play Spit Fiction. I don't even have the game.
Master just doesn't like multiplayer.
Yeah, we'll see if that happens. It's fine if we don't. Fortnite, I have never touched Fortnite nor played it even for a minute.
Nor will he ever.
And I'm saying that seriously. I have never touched it.
Nor have I.
But yeah, all right. It looks like we're going to have to move on to our last topic here. And then kind of, I don't even think we're going to hit tier 1, which is fine. It's fine. It happens. Look, it's Mother's Day. We're glad any of you are even here. There's 156 of you. Look, we're not going to hit tier 1, which is fine. Let's at the very least, make sure you've clocked in, because if you don't,
you'll upset the Master of Ceremonies.
What do you think of this? You like it?
Do it.
Like the stream.
Do it.
All right. Okay, let's get into our last topic here. We don't have any game therapy today. We weren't able to find anything. If you guys discover something that what's it called? If you guys find something that's like game related during the week or whatever, and you want to tag me or Raven in it, that's fine. So maybe it's the 2-hour mark. Yep, we're not even gonna get it, but it's fine. It happens. All right, let's get into our next topic here. We'll still go over the what's it called, the poll as usual.
Mm-hmm. Give us more supers. Ree. What?
Okay, fine. Just for you, I'll play this, but then we're gonna stop with that. Okay.
Okay.
Because look, as much as I like when people give us money too, I have to be honest. It's nice. It's not about that for me. It's always been about having you guys here. But because Raven won't stop, here we'll play. If I play the clip, will you stop?
Yes, I just have fun with it. I have fun demanding it. I find it fun.
If I play the clip, will you stop?
Yes, dear.
That's the stuffings out of those ugly old piggybacks of yours! Come on, kids, give me all your money. It's for a good cause. Me! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on!
How far are you to tier 1? I don't even think we're close.
What's our number, Proctophile?
I can't remember. We were at 112. We have to get to 200 to even get there. To even get to tier 1. But tier 3 is the chair stream, which is 600. But it's fine. We don't have to get that. Let's get into our next topic. Okay?
Yes.
We've stalled long enough. Let's get into the next topic right now. Millie says, just watch Doctor Who.
Ncuti yells, touch grass if it's not for you.
They blame the fans while the ratings sink.
The show is dead, no matter what they think.
Yeah, we're talking about Doctor Who, the show that used to be my favorite show until they ultimately killed it. And it was not Jodie Whittaker that killed it. She definitely helped, but it was the terrible, abysmal writing of the show. But now we have Ncuti Gatwa, the first black gay doctor that nobody seems to want to watch for some reason. I wonder why. Who cries in like every episode. And then literally we have Millie Gibson, the companion, coming out because the show's not doing well. I want to make this very clear. The show has the lowest overnight viewership ever for Doctor Who. Episode 4.
You can see it right there in the image. Those numbers
on the top right.
Those numbers are abysmal.
Yes, and look, even with the next day, 3 million people are watching it. But the overnight for episode 4 was 1.5 million. That is the lowest overnight viewership for Doctor Who ever, including the classic series.
Yeah, this is not good. This is not a good look. Why are they keeping this show on the air? Why are they keeping this on the air again?
Because Disney was paying for it, which I don't think they're going to do anymore. But I'm going to point out this. The show was canceled the last time the viewership was low, and this is lower than that.
Ouch.
But because people aren't watching the show, do you know what they have to do, honey? Do you think that they would say, hey, we hear you fans. We're going to turn things around. Stick with us. Or call everyone sexist and bigots?
The latter.
Millie Gibson, companion currently, responds to woke Doctor Who criticism. Do you know what she said? She said that we should just watch it and get over it if we don't like it.
The show is so pure and beautiful. It was pure and beautiful before it was destroyed.
And she's also saying, and I read the article, which was terrible, which is why I'm not showing it here. But basically, in the article, she literally claims that if it's woke, that's a good thing because it means they're pushing the envelope, and that instead of seeing it woke, she sees it as an open door.
Huh.
Long story short, she likes it because it's inclusive and gets other people in the role. And that we should watch it anyways. Last time you told us not to watch it.
It was inclusive before it was forced.
Yes. The difference here, Millie, is that what's currently going on is being forced. It is a forced narrative, okay? When it is put in organically, when it is done correctly in a normal way, which, by the way, Russell T Davies was able to do when he brought the show back. There were characters who were clearly not straight. And you know what? Nobody cared because the show was good. Now, I know there are people out there who don't like anything gay or whatever at all, and that's fine. But for me, it didn't bother me because the show was good. It didn't shove it in your face. It just did it and moved on. Okay?
I
and
always
it even joked about it.
I thought it was a joke when I first saw it.
But now, literally, they're pushing this stuff so much that I kid you not. I have to like compose myself to even say this.
Breathe.
Do you have any idea what they've done this season? One of the villains they had recently is they had the Doctor go to the planet of the incels.
Literally.
I am not kidding you. This is a real storyline. They had the Doctor go to the planet of the incels.
We're being literal.
In the manosphere.
Again,
and
we're being literal.
The incels.
Again, literal.
And in a more recent episode, they had him come out of the TV, I think, or whatever it was. I don't even care. And come into the real world where they made him cartoons. And they had him come out of the TV into the real world where they were Doctor Who fans. And they made fun of the hashtag RIP Doctor Who.
Yes, this actually happened. Think of the whole thing about the monkeys in the upcoming Superman movie that we've heard about. It was that.
Literally, they're trying to dunk on people who don't like it and calling them incels and saying that they're trolls online. Do you guys not realize what this does for your show? It isn't
clearly,
clever.
They don't. Clearly, they don't realize it. Please, darling, elaborate for them.
Russell T. Davies, I want to explain something to you. I know that after you finish Doctor Who, you decide to just you take a sonic screwdriver, slice open your head, take your brain, and donate it to science, and you came back a slobbering, dribbling mess driven by only your hormones and your unrepressed desires, and decide to make a show that was your own personal fan fiction about what you wish you had in your life, which you clearly don't have enough of. And you decided to take a show that you brought back and you helped kill it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Russell T. Davies. Congratulations. You brought back a show that was beloved in a way that most people, not all, but most people were okay with. And then you took a giant dump over it. And now it wasn't enough that you did that. Now you have to bash the fans, but not just outside the show. You got to do it in the show. We got to make sure we tell all the fans that they're incels and terrible white people, and that the RIP Doctor Who is laughable, and you're all trolls. And get a life, dude. Get a life. Tell you what, here's an easy thing for you to do, okay? Simple. Mm-hmm. Instead of putting money into this and time and effort, how about you go to therapy? Go to therapy and then just stay there. Don't ever leave. Ever. Live, eat, sleep, and breathe there.
You basically are just telling him to check into a mental institution.
Yes. I'm sorry. This was my favorite show, and you took a giant dump all over it and didn't care. You brought back a legacy, and then you destroyed it. You know what? You are everything you despise now. You are calling the fans incels and whatever. Guess what? The only person acting like one is you.
Honestly, personally, I still can't tell the difference between RTD and Chris Chibnall because they look like identical twins.
Honestly, at this point, if you told me that RTD was secretly Chris Chibnall with an RTD mask, it wouldn't surprise me.
Honestly, I believe they are the same. They might just be the same person. They act the same. They look the same. They sound the same.
This show is dead. It's lower viewership than it has ever been. The last time it got anywhere near this low, it got canceled. And guess what? RTD, ask yourself this. If the fans aren't watching and you aren't getting enough people to watch your show and Disney is the only reason you're afloat, what if Disney decides they want to cut the lifeboats? Huh?
Then you're dead.
Guess what? Then the TARDIS gets sucked into the time vortex and we can all forget about it. So you know what? Please do. I am asking you, Disney.
I thought if the TARDIS explodes and or implodes, it destroys the universe with it.
Guess what? It might as well have been, because the universe of Doctor Who has been destroyed so much that honestly, I don't even think putting it on the shelf anymore and bringing it back in like 10 years would save it. You know what I'm going to say?
What?
Point blank, cancel the show and never bring it up again. At this point, I don't even want it to come back. Please just cancel it. Cancel the show.
Please just let it die. Put it out of its misery and stop committing necrophilia.
Yeah, just take a gun, pick it up back, sonic screwdriver it to death. You beat it with a sonic screwdriver, whatever you need to do. Put the show down and never bring it back. I don't even want this show shelved anymore. I just want it to go away, and I never want to see it again.
Please just
That is, and this was my favorite show. You have reduced me from my favorite show to please kill the show and then never bring it back. I never want to see it again.
That is not something you want to hear from a Doctor Who fan. Now, is it, Russell T. Davies?
I don't think he cares. He's just going to call me an incel and then put me... Watch.
Yeah, people online call you an incel, and then you constantly have to remind them that you're married to me.
It's okay, though. Just because you're married doesn't mean you're not an incel. Oh, look, we're so clever. Guess what? If you're so clever, why don't you become part of the Doctor Who writing team?
They probably are.
Guess what? They made the planet of the incels. You can join them. Okay? But kill this show. No regenerations. Don't bring it back. Just kill it. Kill the show. End it. Reveal the Doctor's name. Make his name, make it that his name is Axter, Mr. Poopy Butthole, or Rick Sanchez, or whatever you want to do. Just kill the show and let it die, please. I honestly don't care anymore. Have the Doctor decide his pronouns are they, them, and he identifies as a whoopee cushion, and then fart the show out into the time vortex.
Why a whoopee cushion?
Because this show is one giant fart in the wind. And it should stay there. Please cancel this show. I never want to see it again. And honestly, the less I have to talk about it, the better.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to say. Kill the show. I hate this show.
And that's coming from the man who used to love this show.
I'm not even going to plead with you. Just kill it, please. Just kill the show. Just kill it. It's already headed there. Just pull the plug. It's okay. I don't want it anymore.
Sigh. I think we should stop there before you get any angrier. You okay? Honey, are you okay?
I love this show.
I know you did.
It really hurts me to talk about it.
Can I come over and give you a hug?
No.
Aw.
We're in the middle of a stream.
Can I hug you after the stream?
Apparently we've already hit the goal for
Tier 1. I see it. Shall we change our hats then, or is it too late to change hats?
Oh God.
Yeah, that's
Mr. Rue's
what
gifted 20 Gothic therapy memberships.
Yeah, right when we started the topic.
Thank you. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. Here's your clip.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
Oh, I thought you told me we were supposed to do it in the intermission, so that's what I did.
Well, it was for a clip. We have a clip, which we don't have.
Oh. Well, whatever. Tyron Dracon for $2. He got a phleekbotomy, the cure for consciousness. I have no idea what that means.
I don't. It's so sad. I want to be like, thanks for all the the super chats. I just feel sad.
That's because we talked about Doctor Who and how much you hate it now.
I can't even watch the originals. I used to rewatch them all the time. I loved that show so much. I cannot stand to look at it.
Even retconning the Timeless Children won't change that, huh?
No, I don't even care. Even if they said, "Hey, we're gonna retcon it. There's gonna be nothing after Capaldi, and we're gonna start fresh." I don't care. I don't want to watch it anymore.
It died with Capaldi's era.
No, it died in me. The Doctor. See, one of the things with this fandom for me, one of the things for Doctor Who for me, is it was a part of me. When I learned about it and I identified with it and I loved it, it became part of me. And for a lot of people,
also because of your friend, right?
Yeah, my friend who unfortunately passed away. He'll never get to see this stuff. But she used me to it, and then she died. But basically, I don't even see anything of me in it anymore. You know, they say you have to see yourself on screen. It's not even about that. It's I felt something when I watched the show. it meant more to me than just being a piece of. This is why when people online get mad at you for daring to have opinions on, I don't like how Star Wars is, or I don't like whatever. I hate it. He's like, you know what? At one point, I was a person who loved this, and I am now telling you how I don't like it. And your response is to belittle me and tell me that my feelings don't matter, or that I'm just repeating something that someone else said. And you know what? Maybe some people are, but I'm not. I loved Star Wars. I can't bear to watch it anymore. I love Doctor Who. It was one of my favorite shows ever. I will never find a show that will ever fit that hole that Doctor Who has left in me.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds dramatic to say that, but like it really meant a lot to me. It helped me through some tough times. But now it's gone. What I'm looking at is not even Doctor Who. It's a mockery. It's not even a mockery. It's far past that. I don't know what it is anymore, but it doesn't need to exist.
A parody of a parody of a parody?
Pull the plug on it. I don't want to see it anymore. You've taken something that meant a lot to me, and you've reduced it to the point where I don't have apathy for it anymore. Anger? I don't have anger either. I'm not really angry. I'm just tired of it. I don't want to see it. So for me, the anger is not that you've changed the show. The anger is that you're allowing it to continue. Just
F's in the chat. F's in the chat. Or no? Some people are doing candles. Storm Reigns for $20. Many people were giving Peter Capaldi's run as the Doctor crap for its hit or miss writing. We knew not how good we had it. For the record, I know someone whose favorite Doctor was Capaldi, especially the Zygon invasion war speech. That was a good speech.
I'm going to say this. Doctor Who for me ended where Peter Capaldi said, "Doctor, I let you go." I know there was some bad writing, but you know what? There was still some gems in there.
He did his best with what he had, and he made it work. Capaldi was a great Doctor.
Did an amazing job.
You're getting F's in the chat for your loss, my dear.
Yeah, but we got a $20 super chat, so we'll do a clip for that.
Do we have one?
Here we go. What?
Do we have one?
Yeah, we got our Back to the Future ones.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Thank you for your donation. Mr. Rouge for 2 Canadians. It's a team effort.
Well, thank you. You didn't have to do that, but we appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. JPS for 2. The Husbands of River Song was my series finale.
I get it. I honestly think that, Peter Capaldi was given such a raw deal, and he did such a good job as playing the Doctor, regardless of whether his writing was crap. I honestly I can stand what's left of it. I can't, I'll be honest with you guys. I wish I could say I could stand it. I haven't watched Doctor Who in ages. I used to rewatch it at least once a year. I can't even be bothered to watch the good stuff anymore. None of the classics, none of the new Who. I can't watch it. It makes me sad to watch. And so I just can't even watch it anymore. But for me, I could get through Peter Capaldi's stuff because of how good of an actor he was and how good of a job he did playing the Doctor. But now, for me, that's where it ended. End of that, it's over. And, whatever.
I agree. Honestly, I agree. Pickleman for 2. Indy, I let you go.
Indy, let it go. That's for in the Last Crusade when he's holding on to the Holy Grail.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And his father says, let it go. Yep.
I forgot. It's been so long since I saw that movie.
I can't get to the newest comments, but
why not?
Take your stats up by beating Ironheart in a death battle.
In death battle. Yeah.
It's so sad because the show used to mean so much to me. It meant so much to me. And I can't be bothered anymore. It makes me sad. Sorry, I meant to remove that. It makes me sad to watch. I can't watch the originals. I can't. I can't even watch the originals. I can't watch the classics. I can't watch anything.
Servant of God for $7. Hold a wake of sorts for Doctor Who and all other ruined shows. It needs to happen.
I think Chris Score did one for Star Wars, but we actually did a show at one point where we did the wake of Doctor Who.
Yeah, I think we did.
And
somewhere in our old
it's a live stream. It wasn't that great.
But it's somewhere in the old stuff if you want to.
It was when
something.
The Timeless Children came out, so.
Yeah. It's definitely somewhere in our older live streams if you want to check it out later.
I can't promise the mic quality, just saying.
My quality sucked back then.
I appreciate it, but look, I can't even be bothered
Nightmare Doctor,
anymore.
you can do so by sending hug emotes.
I don't think we have an emote that's a hug.
Oh, when we're in separate rooms, I sometimes will send the ghost hug gif to you.
Did you send it now?
No.
Okay, good. I was hoping you didn't.
I didn't, I promise.
I was double checking.
See, now you're getting hugs.
But honestly, I just don't care anymore. I can't even rewatch. As I said, I used to watch it every year. I can't be bothered. I haven't watched Star Wars in ages either.
It's amazing, and now it is trash. You should probably move on so you don't get even more upset.
You roboted for a minute.
You should also accept all of the hugs people are giving you.
Okay, I see how it is.
How rude.
How about this, then?
Cry about this! Now shut up, sissy!
Wahaha.
All right, I guess we'll move on to the... we didn't end up hitting any of our goals. We did get to tier 1, which is cool. Thanks for that.
That's nice, yes. Thank you. I get to wear
we
my
have
witch
27
hat.
super chats. We didn't get to 50.
I get to wear my witch hat in my new dark purple room.
Yep, but we didn't get a chair stream.
How does it look? How does it look?
It looks good.
Yay!
But yeah, we didn't hit the goal of 50 super chats, which is fine. We got 27, and we didn't hit for chair stream, which is fine. It'll happen eventually at some point. Okay, let's take a look at the poll. We have a poll that says, hit the like button to clock into the night shift. Will Ironheart defy the odds and become a success? At leading with 36% is think of the memes we'll get. Followed by 26% no over Tony's dead body. Then 23%, let's check the comics, ... And then 15% says, yes, Riri will steal the spotlight. And poll over. But we didn't end up hitting the goal for the super chats. I'm not going to tell you guys anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, a shame. If we had gotten all those 50 super chats, you would have gotten to know a secret.
It's okay. They'll find it out eventually. But
True.
anyways, let's get into the diagnosis, and then we'll kind of go from there, because I think we're almost done. And we got to tier 1. That was great. And there was a bunch of you guys here. So let's get into the diagnosis, and we'll move forward from there.
Begin.
I'm getting to it.
Do it faster.
I'm getting to it.
Meow. And now it is time for the diagnosis of the week.
Where we take events from the week and relate them to a mental illness.
Because Hollywood is full of them, and you should be aware.
And we have an interesting diagnosis for this week.
Do tell.
The diagnosis for this week is malignant normality.
Please explain.
Malignant normality refers to the normalization of harmful, deceptive, or dysfunctional behavior within systems or institutions, often under the guise of professionalism, progress, or moral correctness. It arises when damaging or illogical actions are reframed as routine, expected, or virtuous, pressuring others to accept abnormal conditions as the new standard.
In relation to today's topics, with Ironheart, Malignant normality is exemplified by Marvel presenting emotional manipulation and hollow legacy baiting as meaningful storytelling. Replacing earned connection with forced symbolism, the studio treats brand exploitation as heartfelt narrative.
With Palworld, malignant normality is exemplified by Nintendo and the Pokemon Company using legal threats and patent claims to suppress competition, reframing their aggressive overreach as standard IP protection, while media coverage largely treats these tactics as normal industry practice.
And with Doctor Who, malignant normality is exemplified as cast and creators vilify fans for leaving, insisting the show is still pure while ratings collapse. This denial of failure is spun as integrity, and the audience is expected to accept blame as part of the new status quo.
That's not going very well for them, is it?
No, it is not.
And that's why we feel this is a great diagnosis for this week.
Indeed. Seriously, that one was a really good find.
Yep.
I know I say that every week, but this one really was.
It takes me a while to do this. This show takes prep, guys. This show takes prep. I'm talking like hours of prep. So it's good. It's why we only do one show, is because of it would be too hard to do more. But yeah, I will give a little bit of a thing. I will say there is something Sweet Baby Inc. in the pipeline. Clearly, it will be pretty big once I finish it. I'm taking my time with it. That's pretty much it. I'm not going to tell much more. I'm planning to get a t-shirt of Shooty Cry with the words touching grass feels. You should actually put, there was out there a place that was saying Doctor Who wasn't being watched because there was nice weather outside.
Oh yeah, that headline actually happened.
It actually happened, and people were like, yes, we were outside touching grass. Literally after Shooty said, go touch grass, and people were posting a bunch of pictures of themselves touching grass. Literally, there was a news article about how no one was watching because it was such a nice day, even though it premiered at night. And I love the comments that were like, isn't it night outside by the time this airs?
Exactly what I just said. It premiered at night.
Yeah, which was funny, but also it's like, yes, we were all out there touching grass because it was nice out.
And better than the show.
Yeah, thanks for all the donations
but also,
and everything.
what about the people who are allergic to grass? How can they touch grass if they can't touch grass because of grass allergies?
They'll touch fake grass.
Oh, I guess that works. But what if they're allergic to the fake grass?
Well, that's a different problem. Who isn't a fan of midnight grass touching? AstroTurf? Yep. All right, let's finish off. We're at 2 hours. We did pretty well tonight. Obviously, there'll be some videos up during the week from the stream. And we'll be around Twitter as usual. And I said there is something, Baby Inc.
There is. Oh, and we actually forgot something, honey. Next week we will not be streaming.
Oh, is that next week?
Yeah, it's next week.
Oh, so next week we will not be streaming, and there's a good reason. Okay.
Can we actually tell the reason?
No, we're going to be going. We'll have to tell them later. We have a prior commitment that we have to go to. We'll try and see about doing either a stream during the week or something. It's not a holiday. We'll still be around, but there is something that we couldn't do otherwise. So we will either do this. Maybe we'll do the stream earlier.
Maybe, I don't know. Now people want to know why we're not going to be. People want to know why we're not streaming.
We can't tell them, honey.
Meow. But I wanna.
We can't tell them because we have crazy people who are trying to figure out who we are and constantly try to do that because they're weirdos. And if we tell them anything that can tell them where we are going or what we're doing, then they could literally do worse than that.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the crazy people. It's been a while since they showed up here.
They're still around.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather not.
Screw you, crazy people.
No, we'll keep you guys posted. We might end up doing a stream earlier that day instead of later, so you might end up doing a different time. Fair enough?
Yeah, fair. But screw you, crazy people.
All right, we're gonna end the stream now. We'll keep you updated, guys. We'll try to do it at a different time. We'll try to arrange something. Okay?
Yeah. But otherwise, yes. Otherwise, if we're not able to, there will be no stream next week, but we will have one the week after. Oh, wait. Yes, no, we will have one the week after. It's the week after that. It's the week after that we may not be able to.
Oh, so we'll have one next week. It's the week after. I was pretty sure. Okay,
No, next Sunday we will not be streaming because of our thing. The week after that we will stream again, and then the week after that I think is Shavuos weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll keep you guys updated. Yeah. All right, we're gonna done now. Bye.
Bye. Good night. Happy nightmares and all of that.
TikTok, the stream ends with midnight chimes. Pixelated therapy, cross digital lines. Hit subscribe for the void to make sense. Comment your woes, a form of recompense. Like the shadows merge in the twilight's haze, our channels are refuge, a weird therapy maze. Can't pay a shrink, we got you fam. Laughs and guidance in this goth jam. Like the video break, the algorithm style, share with your crew. Escape life's hell, from spooky memes to advice obscure. Here's your dark solace of humor as a cure. Own the night with our ghastly delight. Vendor of laughs in the negative light. Darker than your overcooked roast. Sub to the channel that you love the most. Bell tolls, it's the end time fair. But your issues, leave them right there. Strings of crypt, bury your dread. Return tomorrow for the undead.
I think it was Dostoevsky who said, later,